Hello there. So, I am so excited to be putting this beautiful piece together today. And I'm so excited to show you the video. I love how it turned out, and I think the flowers are just absolutely gorgeous. So thank you so much for joining me. Please like this video, please subscribe to my channel, and let's go! We're going to start off with a beautiful tip number 128. I had some leftover blues and pinks from another project and they looked super gorgeous, so I had to make something with them and I wasn't sure what, so I just started kind of adding these colors together and choosing a tip and then just creating a flower. It ended up looking like an anemone, so that was really cool. And I basically just decided to go with a 5-petal flower, and every petal you just create a C shape. And I created a lot of ruffles, and you can see how I'm kind of like wiggling my piping tip as I'm piping, and that creates like a ton of little ruffles and little indentations on each petal, and I thought that looked so beautiful. I love tip number 128 because it gives me such large, beautiful petals. And then I created a couple more of these flowers, some of them facing a different direction. And when these were dry, the blues and pinks were even brighter, and it was so pretty. And then I also made some, I'm calling these intuitive flowers because I was just really making stuff. And they're kind of more like poppies. And then I created these little centers. I think I'm using a tip number 13. It's like a little star tip, and it's really, really great for making small details. I also made a couple leaves, and I basically just used a heart shape approach as I was using a tip number 104. And so you can kind of see I'm just kind of creating a ruffled heart-shaped motion, and it worked pretty well. It did take me a few tries to get a hang of it, and then I also just made some tiny leaves. Here I'm just adding some centers, and then I kind of like played around with how to lay out my flowers. It does take a while to kind of think about how many flowers you're going to need to cover your canvas and what shapes you're trying to create. For this painting, I was not using a reference. I was just creating from my own interest. And that means I had a lot of flowers that I had just created previously. And so I really had to think a lot about the color combinations, the structure, and all of that good stuff. You can see here I had some beautiful green left over, so I definitely needed to use that. And once I had everything laid out, I could see that it was definitely going to be enough for my 12 by 12. I love how beautiful this looked on the back of the anemone. The colors are just so pretty. And this was made using a very, very small amount of neon pink and neon blue. And with so much white in them, they're very pastel colors, and oh my gosh, I just loved it so much. It was so pretty. And then here you can see I'm just mixing up a purple, and basically I wanted to create a very smoky purple. And that's exactly what I got here. You can see it is so pretty. It is a lot more neutralized, and adding black to it was such a great choice. And then here I'm using a 12 by 12 inch canvas, and I think that's just a really great size. You can see I set it on my rotating cake stand, and then I can get, I can get it to rotate, and I can really make it super easy and fun to create this bouquet. So after I had applied the purple all over, I decided to go in with some very light strokes of black, and that was really cool because I thought it added a more textured appearance to the background. And you can see all the different ways that I use to apply the green paint to the canvas, and this creates my greenery, and I usually have a lot of fun with this. You can see I did some really cool little motions where I outlined leaves instead of making like a literal leaf, and I thought that was really fun. Here I'm using my very favorite tip. It's a 1M, and it creates the most perfect background flower for any of these types of bouquets. And you can see those long flowers that are more like delphiniums. Those have definitely been made using my beautiful 1M tip. And then here you can see it does take me a long time, and I do a lot of editing to these videos, so you most of the time don't see how much thought goes into creating these flowers or like choosing where they're set in the bouquet. But I did leave a short clip in here which will kind of show you how much deciding goes on and like how much I spend time like, okay, does this flower look good here? Not really. How about this one? Not really. Okay, well, what else do I have? Do I have anything else that's just the perfect thing? And I ended up having like these two little neon pink almost. One of them was neon pink and one of them was like a neon pink with like purple mixed in, I think. And what do you know? It was the perfect addition to this bouquet. I had previously been going for more of that pastel look, but in the end, I really needed that pop of brightness to really add more contrast to the overall look. And I was so glad that I had just happened to have a tiny little rose that was so perfect for that. And then of course you can see here, I'm just playing around with final stuff, and here you can see of course that I do pull things off the canvas if I find that they actually don't work. And here you can see I replaced it with this little peony I had made, oh my gosh, months ago, so many months ago. But it worked out so well. I think it looks so good, and I'm super excited for this painting to arrive here in Japan so that I can actually put it on the wall and appreciate it. And then also I will be listing this on my website when it arrives, and then I will have an even larger inventory to sell online. So that's going to be really cool. Of course, I did need to add some bright pops of yellow to the centers of some of these flowers, and you can see that really brightened it up a whole lot more. I thought the texture of this one is really cool. I also really love the colors. Oh, it's just so pretty. And of course in the sunshine, it looks even prettier. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and have a wonderful day. Leave any comments below if you're interested in learning how to make a specific flower. I will be happy to create a video for you. Goodbye.